Hi everyone, this is the tour to my mobile learning unit, and I decided to do it on Seesaw. We are currently trying to start using Seesaw. I work with preschoolers, so this is why I decided to use it. I wanted to get some hands-on experience in creating a digital learning unit. And so this is what it looks like. Here is Seesaw, and here are the list of all my students. When parents sign on, they're able to click on their student, and then they will click on activities. And then this is what they will see. Here is a explanation of the activities for the week. And it just explains each activity, and it walks them through each activity at a time. And for my learning unit, I wanted to make a screencast video explanation because a lot of my parents are new to Seesaw, and they're also new to technology, or they're not as savvy. So that's why I wanted to kind of give them a walkthrough of how to access it and how to click on things and upload things so that they're more comfortable doing that. And so here is the unit. I decided to do it on patterns because we're really big on patterns in preschool. And so here is a video that I created for my students so that
Hi friends! Today we're going to learn to make an ABC pattern. Remember, patterns are everywhere and they're so important because they help us make predictions. And a pattern repeats itself over and over again. Let's make one together. Patterns are everywhere.
So that's just like a little like my little lesson for them on how to create an ABC pattern. And then on Seesaw, everything's broken up by activities. So this would be the first activity for them to just watch the video. The explanations are here. There's also instructions they can hear. And then the second one is a pattern hunt. So after they've practiced and I've showed them how to make a pattern, then it's their turn to look for a pattern in their home. So I really liked Seesaw because they're able to upload the picture, and then they're able to highlight the different areas, and everything's on Seesaw. So they have access to it. They have the tools here, so they don't have to use something else to do it. So for example, here they can choose the camera to take the picture, and then once they have the picture, then they can draw on it. So I thought that was pretty neat, especially because they're younger students, so everything is in one place. Then the second part would be for them to actually practice. So once they reviewed what a pattern is, then they have to look for a pattern in real life. And then that will give them access to their schema and to their background knowledge of things that are familiar to them in their home. And once they've searched for a pattern, identified a pattern in their home, then they get to practice a pattern. And this I really like. This is like a hyperdoc here. And so here they're able to create their pattern, and these are movable. So they're actually able to just grab and drag and then create the pattern. And so I really like this feature because I'm sure the kids will love to pick up and drag the items. And I thought that was pretty cool that it has that incorporated on here. And then for the rest of my unit, I incorporated a flip grid for them. So once they've created a pattern, then I just want to reinforce the skill by having them look for a pattern somewhere else. So in the previous activity here, they're looking in different rooms in their house. So they're looking in the restroom, in the kitchen, in their bedroom, in the living room. And in this activity here, I want them to look for patterns in their clothes because I explained in the video how patterns are everywhere and we use them all the time, or they're on us. So on this activity, they're going to press the link, and they're actually going to wear patterns, as many as they like. And then they're going to go on the flip grid and they're going to be able to upload their video showing me their patterns. And here's my video of me showing them what I'm wearing as a pattern. And then I also have them do a Padlet. Now for the Padlet, because they are really young, and I don't want to give the parents that much of a stress, on the Padlet, they just have to upload a picture, and then the parents do have to respond to somebody else's Padlet, but I'm asking them on the instructions to just type up exactly what their student is saying about the other person's pattern, whether it's a one word or a two word, or it's not correct, just exactly how they say it, so that I'm able to visualize and not hear, but kind of visualize the kids' responses. And then the last part I added is a quiz for them. I wanted to assess formally what they know and what they don't know. And the questions are pretty simple. I just want to be able to see if they know what a pattern is. So for example, this question is, where do you see a pattern? So they would just click on the correct response. And then there's questions that are a little bit more difficult, like this one. I want them to be able to look at the picture and then tell me what kind of pattern that is. So is that an AB pattern? Is that an ABC pattern? What kind of pattern is it? And the questions are they're all pretty similar to that. I'm asking them just to identify what kind of pattern it is and identify a pattern itself. And I just wanted to incorporate a quiz in there for them so I can formally assess them, even though I will be assessing them through the Padlet and through the Flipgrid, and through this would be a formal assessment as well. Them continuing the pattern and then also creating a pattern. So this is my mobile learning unit, and this is for preschoolers, so 4 and 5-year-olds would be able to complete this unit. And the video here is pretty short. It's only about a minute, and it's less than 2 minutes because I don't want them to get bored. And I also decided to use a little caterpillar because I thought it would be more engaging for them to watch. So thank you for coming on by and looking at my mobile learning unit.